back end of the boat keeps swinging around towards these mangroves over here. Did it a couple of weeks ago, nearly ended up in that guy's little beach house thing. We went so far off it again just now. And what's worrying is it's blowing a lot. But it's come down, there was a squall. I was down below editing and saw the arse end of the boat somewhere over there. Like, uh-oh, panic. I've got a local phone while I'm here in Curacao and it's got some data left on it. But the data runs out in about 10 minutes. Trying to upload a video and has only got 14% so far. It's not going to make it. Got the MacBook here. It's connected up to an inverter at the moment, getting a bit of extra charge. But she's taken a Wi-Fi from the phone, which has also got some power going to it. But that's outside. I've got that as a hotspot. It's up here. So that's my old Samsung. That's acting as a hotspot. We've had some more rain this morning, so I managed to do a little bit more laundry. I didn't catch any water, but I'm disinfecting all my water containers. Trying to get out of here, man. It's bad. There's no wind. You can see the boat circling around now. We had a hell of a lot of wind and rain earlier on. But between the islands, I'm trying to get to Aruba, and there's just no wind. It's another big tropical storm whirling around further north from here. And it's kind of sucking all the air out below it in the south, which is where we are. This is just local wind, but outside there isn't any wind. There's a lot of clouds and stormy stuff all over the place, but it's not forecast. It's just very, very strange. So Ran left a few days ago. They're okay. I should have done the same, but I just wasn't ready. And the other thing is I've got to go and check out, and that's a major thing here because it's a long bus ride into town, and then you've got to walk a long way to the port authorities to sort things out. And I've overstayed my visit here. I've overstayed it by about 3 weeks. I'm in trouble. They're going to throw me in prison or something. There she goes again. As you can see, working away on the boat, and then the wind suddenly changes and this happens. I'm just holding the camera still. You can see the back end of the boat slowly swinging around. And there's the mangroves just there and a house. And she keeps doing that. It's a bit disconcerting. The thing is, my anchor is in a loop. It's going out and around. And my anchor's actually about there. So instead of pulling straight back off it, as I was when I'm lying that way, I've sort of swung round, so the chain is going in a loop all the way around onto the boat here. So I can actually drag backwards, and the chain will travel along the ground like that. And if I do that, I'm just going to go straight back in here. A couple of weeks ago, I could almost dip my bread in the guy's gravy when they were having dinner over there, and the arse end of the boat was almost in that cabana thing. I've been below all day working on a video, and I've just come up here. I heard some sirens. I wonder what the hell's going on. There's another lagoon on the other side of this land spit with more boats and big houses and so on and so forth. I've no idea what that is. It's very, very black. Could be fiberglass. I was wondering if it's a boat fire. I mean, there's a lot of smoke. It's just going everywhere, look. For me anyway, the good thing is that it's not blowing over here. Then it was time to check out of Curacao. Alcino was also leaving the country for a short time on his boat, going on a sailing regatta to Bonaire. So he drove us to the immigration control about 9 o'clock at night, but they had a power cut. We've just been waiting, I don't know, 40 minutes at the immigration control. They wouldn't let us in because they've got no power. The next part of the plan involved both of us leaving early in the morning, Alcino to Bonaire and myself to Aruba. Dropping me back at my boat, Alcino tied next to me, and we had a goodbye beer and a chat. But as we did, a huge squall came in, and then that's when things all went wrong. What I'd feared over the last few months actually happened. With Alcino's boat tied next to Seadog, we both ended up in the mangroves. I went down below, managed to start the engine and pull us off, and then Alcino broke away from me. It all happened so fast and was very frightening. Like a lot of these tropical storms, once it had passed, everything settled back down. Managed to get some sleep and then an early start, but before I left, guess who came back to check that I was okay? Hey! Well, yeah, I shortened the anchor.
Oh, that's
I pulled a lot of chain in, so I haven't got much chain, but the anchor's in deep. Alcino's come back to see me,
yeah.
Make sure I'm okay.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. He's supposed to be going to Bonaire right now.
Yeah, about an hour ago.
About an hour ago. So he hasn't gone yet.
Fair winds, following seas.
Okay, mate.
Be safe where you're going.
Okay, I will.
See you around or on the net.
You take care. I'll see you somewhere on another sea, under another sky.
Oh yeah. See you, wanker.
See you, asshole. Spanish Water Lagoon. Here in Curacao, you either love it, hate it, or just put up with it. A bit of everything, really. It's a fabulous place. Been here 3 months though, and even fabulous places can get a bit staid after 3 months. Almost everybody I know has come and gone. Most people are leaving. The people are going north to the BVIs and so on and so forth. They're kind of waiting for a little bit because obviously they're having problems up there at the moment with the rebuilding after Hurricane Irma. But people are going to go north. I'm not. I'm going west. I'm going towards Panama. So we're going to Aruba today. Well, tomorrow. Where I'm leaving now. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I plan to get out to sea, away from the island, put the sails up and chillax for the night. I've been getting the boat ready. It takes me so long to do these things. I can't begin to tell you how long it has been today to get everything put back together again, because remember, I've been here over 3 months. It's just taken so long to get the boat ready. Anyway, I must look awful. I'm so hot. The hat is just keeping the sun off me. So I'm going to get out of here right now. Time to go. The adventure continues. Finally leaving. That's the exit up ahead, which you can't even see yet. The wind is coming up. I've got to go through the entrance stroke exit. It's a tight fit, and I've just noticed that the tide the sea's quite lower than normal. We're on springs at the moment. So I've got the navionics ready. Yeah, so into the open sea. I'm absolutely knackered. I really am bushed. Anyway, we'll get out of here, get in the cool at sea. It's overcast. I've already put reefs in the mainsail, and 2 reefs, so when we haul that up, it's not going to be a big handful. Slowly and steady today. Just come out of the narrowest bit. There we go. That's always a bit hairy. And now we're in open sea for the first time in 3 months. Over 3 months. Whoa. The mighty Shadmeister and me. We're on the road again. The boats are moving around a bit. What's that all about? I'm not used to that. And it's a beautiful evening, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sailing day. I can't believe this passage has started so well after all the hard work today. It's all paying off. It's brilliant. We're doing 5.9 knots, which is good for this boat. Got 3 sails up. Couldn't get the Genoa all the way out. There's something wrong with it, and I'm not sure. I know what the problem is, and I don't want to pull it all the way out and find I can't get it back in. So I've got the staysail up and a reefed main, and we're stonking along. Again, passing the Curacao Hilton, where my father stayed 40 years ago. This year, 40 years ago, he stayed there. There it is. Yeah, and here I am on a boat that was really paid for by him, and I've got some of his stuff on board the boat, and here we are going past where he was. So that's kind of yeah, I get emotional about that sort of stuff. Anyway, So there you go. But the Shadmeister is doing good. We'll see what the night holds for us. There it is, land ho. First sight of Aruba. And we're coming in pretty good. Got the pole out there. Shortened sail though. Wind's picked up, but the seas are really sloppy. It's that sort of lazy slop thing, which keeps knocking the poor old hydrovane there off his work, and cameramen as well who fall over. Yeah, so I have to spend a lot of time on the helm. Just sighted I think it was a dolphin. I haven't seen any dolphins for so long. So got to get round the headland. I think I've about 3 miles left to run there. Then I turn to my starboard, to my right, and I go up the far coast. And I've got to go quite a way up, another 10 miles to get to the clearing in port. This is not an ideal situation. Wind's pretty much behind, and I've got both sails on the same side. I should have put the pole on the other side, but it took me 2 hours to rig it in rough weather. I thought, the hell, there it stays. This is all going to change when I make the corner anyway. Yeah, and it's the only stable way I can keep the boat going. I was wing on wing, but because the sea's so lumpy, the mainsail kept backing up. Apologies for the shaky camera and the bad graphics. I'm trying to hold everything still. Off to the right is where we've just come from, Curacao, and this is the island of Aruba. I'm just at the bottom here, and I'm gonna go around the point there and then up the coast. Yeah, it's a fair old way up the coast to Stadt, I think it is. I don't know how you pronounce it, it's in Dutch. And that's where you check in, which is up there. Aruba is one of the Dutch islands, so the courtesy flag is Dutch, which is there you go, red, white and blue. It's actually a French flag on its side, which is exactly what I've done here. I've taken a French flag, folded it in such a way that it looks like a Dutch flag, put it in a plastic bag, sewn it up, and I'm going to hang that from the mast. I'm only going to stay here a few days, so I'm not going to pay out for a bloody flag. A couple of hours later, I've got my wing-on-wing sailing solution, but look where it is. It's cruising down the side of the island. Yeah, welcome to Aruba. And an oil refinery or something. I don't know what it is. Thanks for the memory. But the good news is the crazy sea's flattened out a bit. I've got the wind directly behind me. I'm doing 5 knots and more, cruising down. And I've managed to sort of get myself some food together. First time I've been able to cook on this trip. I'm so hungry. 10 miles later, and I'm still passing oil refineries, commercial docks, that kind of thing. Then we got these abandoned shanty towns, and behind that, what looks like earth moving, which is actually landfill garbage tip. And so the hurricane season finally over, I get to leave Curacao. So the adventure will continue. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all my patrons for their amazing support. If you'd like to help, please check out my Patreon page. And for real-time updates, I'm on Facebook. Find out exactly what I'm doing right now. All links are below. Please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Love you all. I've got some data left on a